That being said, Ty, you're the very first one. Good luck.
So, how many of you are above 21? How many of you actually drink? Like, even though you're underage, you know? Yeah. So, based on that, I'm pretty sure y'all get it. My topic is about legalized drinking at age, lowering it down to 18. So originally in the 1970s, the US law was actually the legal age to drink was 18. So before we were all born, we could actually drink. But unfortunately, during May 3rd in 1980, a mother named Candace Leitner, her daughter died from a drunk driver hit and run. So because of that, she decided to create, she's founder of Mothers Against Drunk Driver, which is basically a non-profit organization saying that they're into neo-prohibitism, which is basically saying that they don't want alcohol, period. Like, they don't want it within the country, pretty much, along the lines of that. I've actually hanged out with people who are above my age. I'm 20, so then I'm pretty close to 21. So all my friends are usually, they drink sometimes around me and they ask me to DD. And longest time when I thought DD was like, I'm drinking and driving, I was like, why? So, but then they're like telling me it's like, no, you're designated driver. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. So then they kind of get a little out, like not all here kind of sort of way. So then I had to like take care of them, so I'm not the one that usually drunk. They are. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the actual legal age. The second thing I'm going to talk about, if the legal age actually passed, is what happens if they drink in public. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is why many people believe that the age should stay at 21. So the legal adult age is actually 18. 18 once you hit 18 is basically meaning that you're allowed to vote, you're allowed to smoke, you're allowed to serve on juries, get married, sign contracts, and also join the military. Based on that fact, I kind of believe that if you're 18 and you're doing all this, especially joining the military, and like you're like gonna go out and stuff, I kind of think that you should get some benefits from it. So I think that you should, like, age of 18, people should be allowed to drink. So I just talked about people, the legal age is actually 18. I want to talk about what happens if it actually passes. So if it actually passes and legal age of 18 is the law that you're allowed to drink at 18, many people will be okay, instead of like hiding that they drink before, they'd be okay drinking in public bars or like safely at home with their parents acknowledging it. The reason people believe that people younger than 21 drink and then they suffer, like they go homicidal, suicidal, so on and so forth, anything related to human loss, is because they don't know the fact that they're drinking. And when you don't know, you're not going to be alert about it. Compared to the fact that if you know that they're drinking in a public bar, you're going to have like bartenders checking up on them, making sure they're not too drunk. And if they're too drunk, they're going to ask them to leave, or they're going to ask someone else to, like whoever's with them, to take them home. If they're at home and they're intoxicated, their parents or anyone else who's at home recognize they're intoxicated, they're going to be more alert about it and more cautious about it. Based on that, I kind of believe that normalizing alcohol consumption, making it like basically social above the age of 18 would actually reduce any sort of human loss in the future. Oh, just kidding. So according to Lauren Steinberg, a professor in New York, there was a debate on New York Times saying that pros and cons of what happens if legal age is actually 18. And Lawrence basically said that the reason why people believe or think that higher drinking age is enforced is because they don't want any more deaths, like basically drunk driving, any sort of accident, suicidals, or any other sort of human loss. But according to William D. Jong, author of BU Today, Boston University Today, he says the law actually does deter a lot of young people from drinking until they reach the age of 21. More important, many youth who choose to drink do less frequently. With less intensity, they would, absent the law, and they would take other steps, such as using designated driver. So me, for example, to avoid coming to the attention of authorities. And based on my personal experience, I've seen people who are above age and even they're afraid to like drink without someone else to be with them. So they usually choose someone like me because I'm not legal, so I just choose not to drink. So then they ask me to hang out with them while they're intoxicated in case anything bad happens. Because of that, I don't really think age matters. Like age of adult, it seems to be a set line, because then in the US, the legal adult age is 18. So then that just makes me feel like if we're the legal adult age is 18, why not allow us to drink out? So I just talked about the legal age should be 18 and we should drink, and I talked about why or what happens if we actually pass it, and I just talked about why many people believed it. Fun fact is that Obama actually signed or petitioned that we should lower the drinking age to 18, and it's effective in June 4th, 2015, I think. So then, y'all think you should drink at age 18, y'all should vote.
That's it.